What are we talking about tonight?
Well, first of all, I would just like to say that The Undertaker retiring does not sit well on my stomach. And
It doesn't mean either.
It's very sad.
Getting a little emotional.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I've almost cried about 3 times. 3, maybe 4.
The last ride, bro.
All right. So this thing starts recording as soon as the call starts. So I now have 9 minutes of just stuff that
I'm sorry, dude.
We can keep some of that. Some of
He's
that's
like,
cool.
I have 9 minutes of Meatball rambling about stupid drunk shit.
I was going to say, I've only been in here for 3.5 minutes.
Well, you have missed all my glory.
Okay, Steven, you can start counting down.
All right, everyone count down with me.
Okay.
17.
16.
16.
15.
14.
3,
13.
12.
2,
11.
2.
1.
1.
9.
Take it away, Shawn.
You gotta take a stand, it don't help to hide.
If you hurt my friends,
then you hurt my pride. I can't let it slide. Yeah.
for the rights of every man.
Okay. Fight for your life.
Whoa.
Okay, we're going to start off every episode with...
What you gonna do?
We're going to start off every episode with a wrestling theme.
That was brilliant.
Can we please do Finn Balor? And I will wear my leather jacket.
I'll wear mine too.
I'll wear the face
Listen,
paint.
You could
can we
see.
take like 5
Oh,
here
girl.
and talk about the WrestleMania where he wore that white outfit?
Ooh. No.
Oh my god! Listen, you all don't even.
Steven wants to talk about that one.
All he wears is
Steven, let's talk about it.
Just for a minute, you know.
You want to talk about a guy wearing white boots and trunks?
It was
We'll break down the outfit.
It was freaking hot.
It was a very.
Listen, that was the best day of my life.
It's a very clever ring gear.
We'll break down Finn Balor's trunks and his boots.
His white jacket and his. Oh my god, I'm thinking about it right now.
Okay, we are in episode 2 of Attempted Topics. I am Jeremy.
A Meatball.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Shawn.
And we have a jam-packed episode coming up, don't we, guys?
Oh, we sure do. It's already been one heck of a ride.
Shawn, would you care to explain what's coming up?
We're going to talk about some Halloween, too. I know that.
That's right. And hopefully you guys made a list of some lesser-known horror movies that that are your favorite.
I always have a list.
I don't have a list, but I got 2 that come to mind right away. So
Shawn had a week to find three movies and couldn't.
Oh, we're naming 3?
3, 5. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I thought of a few.
Yeah, I have a few in mind.
Yeah, I just have a few. I don't have a ton. I guess we can start. We have 2 things we can talk about.
Yep.
Who started? I think Shawn started last time about his favorites. So, Steven, would you like to take the reins of this?
Okay.
Or we could even like name one and then pass it off to somebody. So you can name one and then pass it off to me, and then I'll pass it off to somebody.
Okay.
To me.
I love how we're just coming up with the plan
as
while
we
we're
go.
recording instead of in pre-production.
Listen, everybody I know that has listened to our podcast loves it.
Good.
Okay, cool. So let's just keep doing what we're doing because we are awesome.
Let's just see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
We're recording in front of a live studio audience for the first time. All right, Steven, go ahead and name a movie.
All right, the first one I'm going to
Oh,
mention.
hold on. Before you start, we
Go ahead and name a movie. But hold on.
I would like to explain that we picked lesser known because if we just did top 5, I don't think we all want to be here saying like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. You know,
Right.
I probably would have said like It and Nightmare on Elm Street and
Yeah, so
Hereditary.
we're going to show that we have some wild taste.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I'm afraid to see what yours are.
Okay, Steve, now you can go ahead.
Okay. The first one I thought of, it's called The Uninvited. I don't remember what...
I've definitely heard of that.
The
it's like
Uninvited.
Yeah, I think it came out in like 2000 something. Who?
Okay.
Who did that?
Please edit that out.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, I'm looking at The Uninvited right now. It came out in 2009.
Okay, we're gonna
Directed
scratch
by
that
Charles
part.
Gard.
That was a fart.
We're gonna scratch that part out, so it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
And she can edit that mess out.
Okay.
Steven, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right. So The Uninvited is the first one I thought of. It came out in 2009. And because it's like one of those movies where everything, it's like not what it's supposed to be. Like it's not what it seems at first. So I don't want to say too much about it. I don't know if you watched it with us, Jeremy.
I might have. I don't really remember it by looking at it.
That was one of those random movies we watched when we used to look up horror movies.
Good time.
But basically, there was this guest house that caught on fire, and the one sister got sent away to some type of psychiatric hospital because her mom died. So she comes home, and her dad is marrying this new woman, and they think she's shady. So her and her sister kind of like investigate her through the whole movie, and then there's a big plot twist at the end.
Oh.
Nothing like a good plot twist.
Yeah.
And I couldn't handle the plot twist.
Really keeps you on your toes.
Because I didn't expect it.
Okay. Is that all you had to say about it, or do you want to?
Yeah, because I don't want to say too much about it.
Okay. Who would you like to pass the ball to?
Meatball.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
Edit that. Or maybe. All right, I'm gonna go with Night of Demons. Like I keep trying to go with Night of Demons. Night of the Demons.
The original one, I'm assuming.
Definitely. Well, at some point, I would like to talk about the remake because it was also great.
Okay, we could do like
and it had Edward Furlong in it. I'd like to do. It would be really cool if we could do like if we could make one of our attempted topics about remakes, because that was an amazing remake.
Yeah, isn't the girl from Freddy vs. Jason in that movie?
Yo.
Which one, Kelly Rowland?
So no, I mean I don't know if she is or not, because let me tell you, the girl from the original Night of the Demons makes a cameo in it, Linnea Quigley, whom I have got the pleasure of meeting. She's amazing. She's my favorite. I can't remember what year that came out. The original.
19,
The original. It's one of
1988.
the 80 what?
88.
Okay, so I was 4. Hush, guys.
You were
I was
just a
4.
little meatball.
Just a tiny little meatball at the time. What? It's true. I was just so I was just a tiny meatball, and then all right. So it's like the epitome of Halloween, though. Like it's everything Halloween should be. The plot is, it's this old, like in their town. That's their, their town topic of their whole, like their old, like hometown story, like for instance, like for my hometown, like we have Mamie Thurman, she was killed there, and she haunts our hometown. So like they have Hull House, so they all go there for a Halloween party, and while they're there, they're having their party, their party for Halloween, and the place gets haunted, not haunted, but they're like, no, it's not haunted, it's possessed. And it's possessed by demons from hell, I guess. And it's great. Like, everybody turns into demons. And,
See, I've never even heard of this movie.
Yeah, me neither.
Listen, it's great. It's on Amazon Prime right now. You should watch it.
I'm priming.
I've never used Amazon Prime, on a side note.
Very good.
I highly recommend it.
We watched Under the Silver Lake on Amazon Prime last week, a couple weeks ago.
That movie's brilliant.
Yeah. The Lighthouse is on Amazon Prime right now, and I want to watch it, but I haven't yet.
Yes,
that movie is also brilliant.
How do I watch Amazon Prime on, like, my TV or something?
Do you have an account?
No. Well, I have an Amazon account.
Do you have Prime?
No, I don't have Prime.
Oh.
You just download Prime Video on your PlayStation.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a checking out.
Okay.
Let
Is that
me
all
know
you
how
had
I
to
feel about some Amazon Prime next week?
Stay tuned for Shawn's review on Amazon Prime.
That's going to be a good one.
All right, Meatball, did you have anything else to say about Night of the Demons?
I love it.
Okay.
Wait, listen. There's a part 1 and part 2. Wait a minute. Musically, yeah, I do, because like that movie introduced me to some of my favorite bands now as an adult.
It's the embodiment of how.
Like Bauhaus, Morbid Angel from part 2. That's all I got to say. I don't have anything else to say right now.
Okay. I'll go next. My recommendation is is Grave Encounters. It's a it's a found footage movie. So I hate found footage movies for the most part, but this one's actually very good.
You see, I love found footage movies.
I can't stand them. I think they're just a really cheap way to try to make a scary movie. Some of them work very well.
Yeah.
Cloverfield.
So in Grave Encounters, it's about this. It's like a ghost hunting show. So like, ghost hunters or anything. They go into this. Isn't it like an asylum? Yeah, it's an asylum.
Yeah.
They lock themselves in overnight, and it's pretty self-explanatory. The place is actually haunted, but
Yeah, I think I've seen this.
Yeah, I think you watched it with us. It's kind of creepy that like even if you think about yourself being in your own house, if you go to leave your house, like imagine you open the front door and there's just like more hallways. Like that's just
Yeah, like creepy.
Yeah.
Totally creepy.
So yeah, that's my first recommendation.
Jeremy, on another side note, I feel like you can never do like any psychedelics. I feel like it would really mess with you.
Please leave me
What?
alone.
Probably
Like-
because I already have
Don't
it.
ever do them.
I already have anxiety, so
Yeah, well, I do too, but like, I can't do acid because that really fucks with me. But like, I like to eat some occasional mushrooms, and like, I genuinely have a good time, and like, I feel like it would really trip you out though, honestly, because like you have weird fears. Like when you sent us that video of the girls getting lost in the rainforest. And now
Yeah.
you're telling me you're scared of opening the front door to another hallway. Like I feel like
that's not a fear of mine. Like
Like,
I know
you
that's
know,
not.
like-
I know that's not going to happen.
yeah, but you know, like something like that creeps you out.
Like your
I
biggest
feel like,
phobia.
I feel like if you ate some acid or mushrooms and like started tripping, it might really.
He said, I don't think you should ever do so.
That would be a good idea for a horror movie.
Changed my life
What would?
So
in
like,
a good way.
so there's this horror movie where this guy is just like walking around in his house and he's just trapped. And at the end, there's a big plot twist that he was just on mushrooms the whole time.
Plot twist.
Well, that is a good idea. Let's make that.
Yeah, we could do it.
One time I was on mushrooms. I thought my legs were spaghetti. They didn't just feel like it. So like it was like meatball. So I'm like walking down the stairs, holding on to the rails. But I'm like kind of on the ground, if that makes any sense.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm like, I was trying to pretend like I wasn't doing anything, but psychedelics totally changed my life. I highly recommend them. Continue.
Okay. Speaking of Amazon Prime, I'm looking on IMDb right now, and Grave Encounters is on Amazon Prime. So just one more reason for Shawn to check out Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'll review it next week too.
And you also get 2-day shipping.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like the best thing ever.
So, before I tell you guys my first movie, I'm gonna tell you a mushroom story about me while we're on that topic.
Okay.
So,
it's mushroom time with Shawn.
and like, I've never really been into psychedelics. I've been interested in them, but I did acid once when I was like 18. It was fun, but it was also scary, so I never touched one again. But
Oh man.
so in like December last year, I started reading about like mushrooms and shit. And I started reading that they weren't as intense as acid. And like everyone was telling me it'd be fun. So come like January and February this year, I tried it. And then after that, I went on a binge. It was fun. I was eating mushrooms like once a week. You're not supposed to do that. So eventually they quit working.
Yellow.
But so like my second or third time, I wanted to do them by myself because I don't know why, but something told me to do it alone. So I eat them, and I locked myself in my studio, and I ate like a whole eighth of them. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but whoa,
That's a lot.
Ooh.
I know what it is.
I regret that shit. Well, I don't. It ended up being fun, but I regretted that shit. So I'm sitting in my studio, and I'm talking to myself on Snapchat because my friend Ryan is also tripping. He's not with me, but he's tripping. So we're like talking to ourselves, but we're sending each other the videos because it was funny. So First of all, I accidentally posted all the videos of me talking to myself while I'm tripping balls onto my Snapchat story, where I get like 150 viewers. So then I delete that, and I'm still taking videos of myself. This is where everything went wrong. And I got stuck in like a loop where I kept saying I. And I do this thing when I'm recording like vlogs and stuff where I zoom in and out on my face while I'm talking. And I found myself zooming in and out on my eye while I'm stuck saying I. And oh my, it was so scary. I don't know why it was scary. I like seen someone standing in my eye. And then I bolted out of the studio and like ran in the house as fast as I could up like 3 flights of steps. Woke Alyssa up and insisted that she ate some mushrooms with me so that I didn't feel alone anymore.
Oh my god.
She did not eat them. She was mad at me for waking her up. And then I spent the rest of the time watching Adventure Time, which also really freaked me out, but it was funny at the same time.
Rudy Bobby.
I'm not dating or anything.
Are we done with mushroom time?
Yeah, Mushroom Time is over. It was fun.
Okay.
Those were great times. Now continue. I'm so sorry. Jeremy.
Huh?
I think we owe you an apology.
Yeah, we
Why?
went off topic again.
That was okay.
We love you.
Sorry, your Blake.
So, what is Shawn? What is your movie that you like to recommend, or not recommend?
Okay.
But like,
I believe you and Steven watched it with me. It's called The Sacrament.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorites. It's based on a true story, I believe. It's about, I don't know where it is. The place is called Eden Parish, and there's like some lawless community where like everyone took care of each other. It was a cult though.
He said hi to me.
And the one dude's sister moved there, and they worked for BuzzFeed actually, and they never let any media there. But since like it was the girls' brothers, they let them come and do like media coverage on it. But like there was a bunch of rules and stipulations to that, and they come, and essentially, I don't know. It's a horror and a cult movie, so it's not really. It's kind of a spoiler, but it's not. Essentially, the cult leader gets everyone to kill themselves, and if they don't kill themselves, then they just kill them instead for them. And
No.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, it came out in 2013.
it's a good one.
Yeah, I was a fan of that one. Okay, we'll do one more recommendation.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Do
Want
one
me to
more.
just do my second one?
Yeah, you can.
All right. I believe you guys seen it too. It probably isn't even good anymore now that I'm older. But it was called Haunt, and it's just like every generic ghost house movie. Where like the family moves into a house and then it's haunted. But like the teenage boy that lived in the house fell in love with the girl next door.
Oh, yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, I can't remember all of it, but I know it was like, how a haunted house movie goes usually. So, but I really like that too. But now that I'm a lot older, it probably isn't scary like it was.
The ending made me so mad. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say either, but yeah.
It's called Haunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came out in 2013.
Oh, it must be a
Haunt.
good year for Netflix horror movies.
I think it is on Netflix, or at least it was.
Yeah, I think it's still there.
Trying to find it real quick.
I
Doesn't-
believe you watched it with us, but if you didn't, it's because you fell asleep. Because
Are-
I don't think you like movies like that. All like that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's also a movie called Haunt that came out last year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that one.
That's what I thought you meant at first.
Oh yeah, that one's on Shudder.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
Yeah, that was a good one. So you're talking about, it says, an introvert teen befriends his new neighbor,
Yeah.
and together
sounds
the
right
couple
so far.
begins to explore the haunted house that his family has just purchased.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that came out in 2014.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I liked that movie. I don't know why I liked that movie so much, but I remember watching it like 4 or 5 times because I liked it so much.
Okay. I will go next. We'll go in reverse order. So I'll go, then Meatball goes, and then Steven finish it off.
Okay.
All right.
So my second recommendation is Lake Mungo. It came out in 2000. It has 2 dates on here, 2008 and 2010. So I'm not sure which one. It's also kind of a found footage movie. No, I don't even want to say found footage. It's shot like a documentary, but it's not a real documentary. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So they
I'm working on one, which I would like to talk about later. Continue.
okay.
We're going to talk about it later.
They shot it as like they were interviewing people. So it's about this girl that drowns in a lake, and her family gets like hauntings start happening at their house. That's really all I want to say, because it gets very crazy.
Yeah,
But-
a lot
Is it
happens.
kind of like a? Is it like a Blair Witch type of thing?
No,
Okay.
the term is called a mockumentary. It's like how The Office is shot,
Yeah. All right. I got you.
but like obviously it's a lot different than The Office. But
Yeah. I mean, a little bit.
Just a little.
No, no.
that was the closest thing I could think of when I said mockumentary.
I got you.
Um,
Documentary.
High School
I'm working
Musical,
on
the
one of
series.
those.
I can't vouch for that. I've never seen High School Musical, the series.
Yeah, me neither.
That's so good.
The only thing I'd like to say about it is the director and writer. His name's Joel Anderson. This is the only thing he ever directed, and he like disappeared off the face of the earth. Like he doesn't have any social media accounts. Like if like I'm looking him up on IMDb right now, and the only thing he has on here is it said he wrote and directed Lake Mungo. He wrote a short movie in 2002 called The Rotting Woman, and he wrote a short movie in 2013 called Gravity. Not like Sandra Bullock Gravity, but
The Celia, I know.
Under
That's
Gravity.
what I thought, like, immediately.
yeah, he like disappeared off the face of the earth.
Huh.
Like no one knows.
That's what I've been trying
He
to
doesn't.
do.
He doesn't even have a picture on IMDb, so I couldn't even tell you what he looks like. He directed one movie and then pretty much
That movie's really good too.
it. I would put it in like probably the top 10 scariest movies I've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
just because it gets really eerie. It's not like jump scary or anything like that. It's like a depressing and very, very, very melancholy, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Lake
Real
Mungo.
quick, Have you guys watched Mandy?
No, that's on my watch list.
Nick Cage?
What?
I'm not a fan of Nicolas Cage.
I love him, but that's another story. Who's laughing?
That was me, Mandy. I never even heard of it.
It's called Mandy. It's really good.
Is that your recommendation?
I'm recommending it. I recommend Mandy. It's so good. Steven, stop.
I didn't even do anything that time.
That was me that time.
Shawn, I've been sharing a new video.
I honestly, I've never even heard of the movie.
It's called. Listen, a lot of people have not. It's called Mandy or Netflix. It's on a streaming service.
I think it's on Shudder.
Service. It's out there. Watch it.
I think it's on Shudder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazon Prime needs to sponsor us.
They do.
Amazon Prime. Listen, because we mentioned them a lot. Yeah. Listen. What about our OnlyFans?
Yeah, they need to sponsor us too.
Okay, Steven, you can.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna mention Jennifer's Body.
Good movie.
I think that movie's underrated.
It's very underrated.
I feel like it didn't have a chance when it came out. Because it was promoted to the wrong crowd, basically. Because they
Definitely.
thought, oh, Megan Fox is in it, so we're going to promote it to teenage guys.
No, they should have promoted that to everyone because I was definitely into it.
Yeah,
So that movie is like, that's like Megan Fox's best work, too. And it's like a
Other than
mixture of,
Transformers.
well,
Also, no, I mean, keep going.
it's like a mixture of horror and comedy, and I always like that.
Same.
And then how about that song that plays throughout the whole movie?
Was it Jennifer's Body
Yeah.
by Hole?
Through
Yeah,
the
trees.
trees.
That was one of the first songs
Through
I
the
ever learned.
trees.
I was like, listen, guys, I was like 12. I'm 12 years old, same age as Meatball Jr. when I learned how to play that song.
That movie had a good soundtrack. Like, my 2009
good.
self liked it, but I probably wouldn't like it now. It had, like, Panic at the Disco and stuff on it.
It
But,
had a lot of like 90s grunge
yeah.
going on, like Hole. Jennifer's Body was from Live Through This. I'm done talking about it. I'll shut up.
But yeah, that movie's so good.
I tried to play Through the
That
Trees, but
song
was
is
interrupted
so
by
good.
an ad
I
on
like
YouTube.
this.
So.
Oh yeah, I was trying to find that song on Apple Music, but it wasn't on there. You have to buy the
I'll
whole
send it to
soundtrack.
you.
And I'm not buying the whole soundtrack for one song.
No, get on Whole Live Through This.
Hey guys,
on there.
get this. You can watch Jennifer's Body on Stars, and Stars is an expansion of Amazon Prime, so you can use Stars on your Amazon Prime.
Jennifer's Body was the first Blu-ray
Amazon
I bought.
Prime, what's up?
Yeah,
What'd you say,
that was the first movie I bought on Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
I've seen that movie so many times. I recommend the unrated version.
Ooh, fun fact, everybody. This is something Meatball doesn't know either because she doesn't play Fortnite with us.
I buy enough stuff on Fortnite that I should be like the mother of all Fortnite accounts.
But Steven
Meatball Jr.
is a huge fan of Family Matters.
That's true. Moving on.
What?
This day and age.
It's a rare condition this day and age.
This day and age. What's the next part? Something.
Read any good news on the newspaper.
I don't even know.
Get you.
Days go by. we now have a film to discuss.
Sorry for that. Please, God. Edit
Okay.
that out.
Halloween
Yeah.
2.
Our first
Rob Zombie
film we've
Halloween.
covered on Attempted Topics. So,
Oh my God.
two of
I'm
us
so sorry.
have seen the movie countless times, and two of us haven't
I've
seen
seen
in years.
it a lot.
Even though in the group message a couple weeks ago, I even gave a link so you guys could all watch it.
We're all like, we'll do that definitely, Jeremy. And then we're like the worst group. Liz, I don't even know why you are you friends with us?
Well,
he
I
has
can
to
answer
be.
that actually.
He has to be friends with me and
I
Shawn.
am. Yeah, I was about to say I'm his nephew.
I'm his cousin.
I'm his brother.
I'm his favorite cousin ever.
Okay.
Well, no,
Not his
I'm
nephew.
clear, so I'm cool. It's just you.
You don't. What? I'm Meatball. I'm definitely important.
So,
I'm his teammate on Friday the 13th. Listen, I just got some new emotes on Friday the 13th. I can do the pelvic thrust.
Oh yeah, we just
Exciting. I've been doing that in Speedo Chad.
the best.
Team America. Listen, I've done that. I've been doing the air guitar. Hey, what's that other one we did? Oh, it's like where you bow down. Not that. Where you take a bow at the end of your theatrical performance.
Oh yeah, I have that one.
Yeah. Oh, and the one where he's like, he's safe.
Okay.
What's the one where he does like the ballet dance? Nobody?
I don't know.
Nobody. Okay.
I have no idea.
It's one of those.
All right.
It happens. All right, continue.
Halloween.
I'm so sorry.
Halloween 2.
Yes.
The Rob Zombie version.
Scary as hell.
Okay, let me look up something real quick. Okay, Halloween 2 has a 4.9 on IMDb out of 10.
It's not a bad flick.
A 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. A 35% on Metacritic. I'm just scrolling down Google right now. Cinema Blend gave it a 2 out of 10.
How do we fix all this?
Well, that's what we're here to do, Steve. We're here to open people's eyes into the world of Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie version.
Because it was good.
So, Steven,
Yeah.
you may ask yourself, why is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 so different than any other Halloween movie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you. So when Rob Zombie made his first Halloween movie, he wanted to make two movies. He wanted to make Michael Myers in the Asylum as one movie, and then he wanted to just do a straight remake of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
But Dimension Films did not let him do that. So as he was making the first one, they were pretty much like, as he was filming the movie, and he got to the parts where he was remaking the original one,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, well, we need John Carpenter's movie in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he really wasn't happy about how they made him basically remake John Carpenter's movie because he wanted to do his own thing. Because I was watching an interview before about he didn't like how Dr. Loomis was running around and trying to kill the boogeyman because he's like, why would a doctor act like this? He didn't like the fact that Michael Myers was driving a car because he was locked up since he was 6. so who taught him to drive, stuff like that. And I mean, not that he didn't like the original movie, but he just wasn't.
He just wanted to do his own take.
Yeah. But as he was doing the first movie, they were like, hey, we need John Carpenter's movie here. So when Halloween came out in 2007, it was like the biggest opening weekend or it had the biggest Labor Day weekend in movie history, and I think it's still number one. But Rob Zombie didn't want to make a second one because he had it end with Michael Myers being shot in the head.
Yeah.
So they were going to make one anyway. And I think he ran into members of the studio at like, do you remember how Spike TV used to have this horror movie award show? I don't know if you guys remember that.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, he ran into people from Dimension Films at the award show, and they talked him into doing it. So to do Halloween 2, he was like, "You like to let me do whatever I want," and yeah, that's how you get this weird. I want to call it like a psychological art house slasher, because it's not a slasher movie. It's like Michael Myers stalking babysitters. Because like, it's not even a Michael Myers movie. It's probably the first Halloween movie that's like a Laurie Strode movie.
Yeah.
It definitely was based around Laurie Strode.
And I thought she was really good in that role.
Yeah, Scout Taylor Compton.
Yeah, I really like her.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the cast going down the list. So Malcolm McDowell plays Dr. Loomis. Tyler Mane is Michael Myers. Jerry Moon Zombie is Deborah Myers. You have Danielle Harris playing Annie. Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie Strode, and Brad Dourif, the voice of Chucky, as Sheriff Breck. So when this movie came out, people were like, expecting a normal Halloween movie, and then they come in to see like Michael Myers without his mask through most of the movie. When he is wearing the mask, like half of it's ripped off, so you see his face, and like his mother is following him around. So yeah, people weren't happy. Oh yeah, also they took out the original Halloween theme from the movie. Like I think you only find any original Halloween movie in the very end, or any Halloween music in the very end. What were we gonna say?
Isn't it only in the end in the theatrical version?
It's in the credits of both of them, but it's in like the middle of the credits in the director's cut.
Okay, didn't they play Love Hurts or something at the end of the director's cut?
Yeah. That's another thing. Like the fact that this movie is so out there is crazy, because even if you look at the deleted scenes, and like I remember listening to interviews back in the day, and he was even saying that they were interfering in this movie. So like, imagine how different it already is. Imagine if he like 100% did what he wanted to do. Like, I don't even think the mask would be in the movie at all.
Yeah, his movies are all out there.
He's a genius.
But I think that's where people don't like the movie, though, because like with Deborah Myers following him everywhere, and then his younger self.
Well,
that thing scarier to me, I think.
Yeah, because you kind of see what's going on in his head throughout the whole movie too.
Yeah, he's a fucking nut job.
Yeah, like he never grew up from being 10 years old, and the kid following him around is like, that's what he sees himself as.
Yeah.
And like, to me, it's terrifying. You have like this 7-foot homeless murderer who just sees himself as a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
That honestly, I hate like like I don't like drinking with big childish people. Like, you know, people that I'm talking about, like big muscular people that'll just be on bullshit because then they get drunk and stupid. That's
Yeah.
probably how Michael Myers is all the time. He's just a big, angry, drunk child.
That's very specific.
Because I know so many specific people like that, honestly.
I thought the one part of the movie was creepy when Annie was about to get in the shower or whatever, and she closes the cupboard door, and you see him just standing there.
Yeah. The one thing I want to say about Rob Zombie, I feel like he's a much better director than he is a writer, because the one positive that people have about this movie, even the people that absolutely hate it, they'll say that this movie looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Not like pretty beautiful, but like
shot nice.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
there's these scenes of Michael walking with his hood up, and it's almost like a Grim Reaper look.
Mm-hmm.
Like his face will be covered by the hood, and you'll just see like his silhouette, and it's just really creepy that you would see this like silhouette walking.
Right.
Or the way that
Like
one scene was shot when he killed the people in the cornfield.
Yeah. Exactly.
I liked both. Like, honestly, I would just say that. I like both of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. They were just beautiful pieces of work.
I do too. I don't even want to say I don't like it. I like the first half of his first movie a lot less than the other one. Like the other part.
Yeah.
I liked the first one. I like the first one, but the second one scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I was about to say, I like the second one way better.
Yeah.
But
the second one definitely scared the shit out of me.
It
scared me to death.
I think I said in my last episode, Halloween 2 from 2009 is my second favorite Halloween movie behind the original.
Right. Is that the one where he's in that shows him in like the mental hospital and stuff, or is that the first one?
The Rob Zombie's first one has him in the mental hospital
with the orange mask.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Oh, well, that shit scared me too.
Yeah, I love that mask.
It's just something about crazy people freak me out. And then when you make them giants, that's even scarier.
The one thing, and I think it goes back to Rob Zombie being a better writer than director. In the first movie, when he was a kid, he just had this idea that he wanted to cover his face all the time and wear a mask. And then in the second movie, he walks around without a mask on through most of the movie.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
And part of me thinks that Rob Zombie was just like, screw you, I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
And it was just like a middle finger to the studio, like, hey, I'm doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we never got a third.
We were supposed to get a third.
Yeah, I remember, and I'm sad we didn't.
The way it ended, though, in both endings, I don't see them being able to make a third.
I read the script from the third one. It was called Halloween 3D. It's supposed to come out in 2012. I read the script, and it was not good. Rob Zombie wasn't coming back. So, one of the guys...
It was just two.
If one of the guys made Jason X, who wrote Halloween 3D.
Oh, jeez.
And
yeah,
I hate Jason X.
I forget. I think they teamed up and made My Bloody Valentine 3D, which was a good movie.
Yeah, that was good.
That movie felt so different from the original too.
I never seen the original.
Me neither. I have this thing where I don't like old movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a movie that I liked as a kid, like that maybe was scary. If I try and watch it now, I'll watch it for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, this is fake as fuck, and I don't watch it.
I used to be like that.
You almost have to place yourself in that time period and be like, this is what they had back then.
Yeah.
So Halloween 2 came out on August 28th, 2009. It was up against The Final Destination and Inglourious Bastards, and that's why it failed at the box office. Because it went up against another huge horror franchise and a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
They should have released it in October.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense.
Well, for some reason,
But
they
then-
released the first one in August, and then, like I said earlier, it got the highest Labor Day weekend box office numbers ever. And they were
probably
like,
tried to do a repeat.
yeah. But the thing is, like, when you go to see a Halloween remake, people are more interested in seeing a Halloween remake than seeing a sequel to your Halloween remake. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which the world shouldn't be like that. We need new stuff. We don't need to keep making remakes.
We do need a good new slasher icon.
It's so hard to do. It's like, how do you can't, it's so hard to be fresh with
Yeah,
slasher.
Everything's been done.
Yeah.
Terrifier could be it.
That's my gripe with the reception of this movie, because it's like, how many times do you want Michael Myers to stalk babysitters?
Yeah.
Like, people got tired of that. And then Rob Zombie does something totally different, and you still hate it.
I think that's why the new one that came out in 2018 isn't going to age that well.
I don't think it will either.
Because
I still haven't seen it.
it kind of just blends in.
Yeah, the problem because they canceled all the sequels and then did so much that the other sequels did.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that is that your movie, like you said, your movie just blends in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
I
another
guess
reason why I like Halloween 2.
Very fresh. Okay, well, we will go through the plot and break it down and give our input on it.
Let's give it a rating.
We will give a rating at the end.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we were talking about how good it was, and you're gonna give it a 4.
Oh, shit.
Okay, we're going down the plot, and then we will give a rating.
Okay.
So at the beginning of the movie, we see a definition of white horse. Hold on, let me find the definition real quick.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I was about to talk about.
Is definition really important? I have it. If we need it, I have it. Okay, here we go. Linked to instinct, purity, and the drive of the physical body to release powerful and emotional forces like rage with ensuing chaos and destruction. I don't really understand the definition. I don't understand what it has to do with Michael Myers.
I guess because he's angry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it has to do something with rage and stuff,
Yeah.
but I feel like in the when this movie was being made, that they did not have the idea to have the definition there, and then when they did like test screenings and stuff, people were confused as to what the white horse meant, so he just came up with a definition and threw it in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so we get a flashback in the beginning. where Deborah is visiting Michael in Smith's Grove, and she gives him a white horse statue as a gift. Michael says that it reminds him of a dream he had where his mom is walking down the hallway with a white horse.
I wish they would have had the horse in the first movie, but I know they didn't have the idea at the time.
I would have liked some continuation of maybe seeing Michael see his mom and his I almost said his son seeing himself when he was a kid in the first movie.
Yeah. Unless they were trying to go for it, like, oh, he got shot in the head, so now he's even more messed up.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that before. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Like, he got shot in the head at the end of the first movie and was like super messed up in the second movie because of it.
Mm-hmm.
That could explain why he doesn't care about the mask too.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like
it could just change the way the brain functioned.
Yeah.
He could not be thinking about the masks anymore.
Good call. So then we go back to present day, where the coroner is picking up Michael's body, and Linda and Dr. Loomis. Where are we at now?
I kind of wish Dr. Loomis would have died in the first one.
Agreed. I feel like we could have did without him.
Yeah, because he didn't really do much until the end. Because he was just doing his... He was trying to sell that book, the whole movie.
I think he's in the movie just so Laurie can find out that she's Michael's sister.
Oh, yeah.
Because she finds out from his book.
I was going to say, was there no one else that could have told her?
Well, Annie's
Sheriff
dad knew.
Yeah. Sheriff Brackett knows. And that's how Dr. Loomis found out.
See? Or plot twist.
But
Michael tells her.
Yeah, he just walks up to her. Guess what?
Well, no, like while he catches her to kill her, like before he kills her.
Well, he tried to show her in the first one.
I remember that actually. See, so it wasn't a ridiculous thing to say.
But she didn't know because he was just showing her pictures of a little boy, the baby.
Yes.
That was so sad.
All I heard was, oh, I want to fuck you so bad.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that.
I'm pretty sure I heard that. Maybe I'm tripping.
I got quiet. I got quiet because I thought it was happening, and then I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, so I was waiting to see if you guys heard it.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that. So if you guys thought that too, then I probably did hear that.
Okay.
Well, that can't be happening anymore. We gotta have a talk with Meatball.
Okay.
Technical difficulties, guys. We lost Meatball. We're gonna have to finish this episode out without her.
Times got kind of hard for Meatball.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So we left off. They were
picking up Michael's body, and Dr. Loomis and Linda. So the coroners are driving, and this is one of my problems with Rob Zombie is that like every single character in his movies are trash.
Yeah.
So like these coroners are talking about sleeping with dead bodies, and it's like
unnecessary.
Yeah, like I don't need that in my Halloween movie.
Yeah.
It's like it's like in the director's cut of the first movie when he has that rape scene.
Yeah.
Well, that bothered me.
Yeah, the theatrical version of the first movie had like he just broke the chains and escaped. What was wrong with that?
Yeah, Rob Zombie does that all the time.
Yeah, I was a kid when that came out too, so that like, it was like gross
Yeah.
Yeah.
upsetting, and yeah.
So yeah, I don't need stuff like that in a Halloween movie.
Well,
I
luckily
don't need
those
stuff
two.
like that in any movie, honestly. I do
Yeah.
not like that in movies. If
That's
some,
like The Last House on the Left. People are like, that's the one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and I'm just like, no, you're using rape to scare
scare
people.
people.
I think
Yeah,
it's just a really cheap way to scare people.
Yeah. I've
yeah,
never even seen that movie. That's one of the
that,
reasons why I never seen it.
that should be
Yeah.
off limits. That should not be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily
Yeah.
those two characters didn't last long.
Yeah. I have a few movies that are on like my I don't know the word for it. They're just movies I'd rather not talk about,
Yeah.
but we'll discuss those movies another. Okay, moving on along. So those two coroners hit a cow, and I don't know how. Like I listened to the director's commentary when the movie came out on DVD, and Rob Zombie said he actually knew someone who hit a cow, and that's why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how realistic it is to hit a cow in the middle of the road.
Maybe
Yeah,
in country.
where we live, that's So I don't know. Maybe if Meatball could say that's common.
If she didn't have technical difficulties.
Yeah. Back to that rape scene real quick. It makes it even more weird because when Michael ends up killing the people that raped her, that kind of portrays him as a hero to me.
Yeah.
Like,
The whole movie kind of does.
Because he didn't kill her.
yeah, he left
He
her.
kinda only kills people in the first one at least. He kinda only kills people that do wrong by him.
Right.
But I don't remember in the second one he killed somebody. Or he killed people that just witnessed him, probably so he wouldn't get caught. Or maybe he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, because in not to keep going back to the first Rob Zombie Halloween movie, but when he's in the sanitarium, he's talking to he's not talking, but he's sitting there with one of the nurses or whatever. And in the theatrical version of the movie, he just walks around and stabs her in the neck with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
In the director's cut of the movie, Rob Zombie left in a line where the nurse is looking at the picture of him and Laurie, and she says that the baby's cute and it couldn't be related to him.
Yeah.
So like it's
I
almost
remember
not that she deserves a fork to the neck, but
that. She insulted him.
yeah, like she
Yeah.
insulted him. So for
And
some
he was
reason, Rob
bullied
Zombie,
before that by everybody.
yeah, he portrays Michael Myers as like a good guy. Not that like people that are bullied should go on shooting sprees, but like he kills people
Yeah.
that do wrong to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I was gonna say, because he got when he was the kid, Michael Myers, he got bullied and he killed the people with the branch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like think of who he kills when he's a kid. He kills the bully. He kills his stepdad, who is a pig. He kills his sister and her boyfriend because they pick on him and wouldn't take him trick or treating.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't kill his baby sister. He doesn't kill his mom.
Yeah.
It's like people that are mean to him, but it's like childish things to be mad at almost.
Yeah.
Except rape. That is not childish.
Well, when he's a kid, it's
I
childish.
know. I just don't want to. That's a
Yeah.
serious topic.
Right. So the coroners hit a van, or they don't hit a van. They hit a cow with their van, and Michael kicks the door open, and he's still alive. And the mask in this part is probably up there among my favorites in the entire franchise. Like with the blood running from the mask because he got shot in the
Yeah.
head. Like there's like 3 holes in it. His beard's coming from the bottom.
Yeah, I like that mask too.
I don't know. I'm like a sucker for Halloween 2 Michael Myers. I think he looks
Like a badass.
pretty darn cool, if you ask me.
Yeah. He looks like I don't know if you kept playing Days Gone, but like what I imagine like a drifter would look like.
No, I haven't played that game yet.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
working my way through The Last of Us, and then I'll get to that.
basically in that universe, you're either in a camp or you're a drifter. A drifter is like people that just move around.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine like a drifter looking like would be that version of Michael Myers.
Yeah, he's just a homeless man.
Yeah, it's just drifting around.
So, we cut to the hospital where Lori is staying. She sneaks over to Annie's room. A lot of small events occur. Octavia Spencer, the lady who plays, or the actress who plays Ma. You know the movie Ma?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't, but go ahead.
Yeah, she's in this movie. I never seen Ma, but
Oh, I didn't even realize that was her.
yep, that's her. She's an Oscar winner too.
She's so good in Ma. I love that movie.
It's on HBO Max, plugging another streaming service.
Maybe could not keep buying streaming services.
I think I have most of them.
Me too.
Although, I will say that I just found out that since I have Sprint, I don't need to technically be paying for Hulu, so I'm gonna figure that out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, so I've been paying for Hulu this whole time, so
Shout out to Hulu.
I love Hulu so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Michael kills Octavia Spencer. That's like the brutal nurse kill where he's like screaming
yeah.
and stuff like 15 times. That's I'd probably put that up there with my favorite kills in the franchise.
Yeah.
So Michael chases her through the hospital. I feel like this is one of the better chase scenes in any Halloween movie. Like, even the people that hate this movie even like the hospital scene.
Yeah, I liked that. I remember it. I remember it pretty clearly now, actually, because I remember liking the security guard that did not make it.
Yeah, Buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember it being a joke that was my favorite character,
I remember
and
that.
then he died.
Yeah.
I said he was gonna be my favorite, and then about 5 minutes later, he was not with us anymore.
I don't even think he's in it 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's you know.
Halloween 3, Buddy's Revenge.
That's what it should have been.
R.I.P. Buddy.
So, Michael chases Lori out of the hospital. She gets to that like shack area,
Mm-hmm.
and Buddy unfortunately meets his end. I like the part where you see Michael's mask in the rain. I think that part looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that man that played Buddy, he was in Texas Chainsaw.
Oh yeah,
And
he's
then
also
he was in Hatchet.
yeah.
He basically plays the same character.
Good movie. Hatchet.
Yeah, I like that movie too.
There's a stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon to a podcast station near you.
What was the Hatchet movie title that I made up?
The Case.
Because you wanted a court case about the end of Hatchet 3.
It's not a bad idea.
Even everybody died.
We need to get to the bottom of it, though.
They made a fourth one. It's just called Victor Crowley, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I've never seen it either.
getting to the bottom of it.
So, as Michael's breaking down the shack, it's revealed that the whole hospital part was a dream. People were mad about this, but to me, it kind of worked because, like the length of the dream that people are complaining about, like that just gives off the vibe that Laurie's dreams like that are so vivid. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine having those kind of dreams every night.
Yeah, because she dreams throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. And like the fact that dream is so long, it just, I don't know. To me, I take it as like it's like super vivid, and she has those dreams every night.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because they said Annie and Sheriff Brackett were talking about it, and she said she hears her every night.
Yeah. Which moves us right along to the plot. Thanks for your segue. Another fabulous breakfast scene from Rob Zombie. You remember his breakfast scene from the first movie?
Yeah. Hot mess.
Yeah, this one isn't that bad.
It was fine until Laurie started cussing out Annie and complaining about her therapist.
Yeah, Steven, I remember we were like 12 years old in the theater with Mom watching Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah.
and the stepdad's talking about his stepdaughter, and he's like, he has a nice little dumper.
So awkward.
So
because who would have thought that would happen in the movie?
Yeah, it's a Halloween movie.
And that was my first Rob Zombie experience, so I didn't know.
The Devil's Rejects is worse.
Yeah, I actually just watched that movie for the first time last year.
Pretty good.
No, I love Sherry Moon Zombie, though. She's really good.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have the breakfast scene where Laurie and Annie start fighting. It's not in the theatrical version, so I should probably say that there's two versions of this movie.
Yeah.
There's the theatrical and the director's cut. The director's cut is like 15 minutes longer, and it has a lot of scenes that show Laurie and Annie fighting.
Yeah, I feel like the theatrical's missing like half the movie, even though it wasn't really that much added onto it.
Mm-hmm. Even like some of the scenes have different tones to them.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think I can watch the theatrical anymore.
Like I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but there's a scene in the theatrical where Laurie pets a pig. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
And in the director's cut, Laurie's like having a panic attack with her therapist, and she's going through all these events that happened, and it's just like a bunch of normal things.
Mm-hmm.
But like to her, her mind is racing and everything. And she's like, I pet this pig, and I wanted to keep petting it, but the lady took it from me. And then I saw this Frankenstein, and it's like, I think that works better in the director's cut because it gives that scene some meaning to it.
Yeah.
Did I interrupt you? Were you going to say something?
And I felt bad for Laurie that whole time too. But wasn't she going through that? Because didn't she have that dream about killing Annie?
Oh yeah, that's why she was having the panic attack. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, you're right. She had
and
that.
Then in the theatrical, she doesn't really react to the dream. She just wakes up and talks to her stuffed animal. And then
Mm-hmm. But she did name the stuffed animal Buddy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Buddy.
Shout out, Buddy.
Alluding to Halloween 3, Buddy's Revenge.
We have to make that.
But yeah, we were just talking about the therapy scenes. So after Laurie and Annie get in their fight, there's the first therapy scene. So the only issue I have with this therapy scene is that like Laurie is talking about how she knows Michael Myers is dead, and like obviously this stuff would still be bothering her, but she's like, I know Michael Myers is dead. I shot him in the head, and then the therapist is like, Laurie, they never found his body, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard for you to accept that, and it's like, why would you? What kind of therapist does that?
Why would you tell her that?
But like, yeah, the therapy scenes in this movie are pretty good. That's like the only like I don't think I'm not a therapist or anything, but I don't think a therapist would purposely trigger you like that.
Yeah.
Where are we after that?
Doesn't she go to work? And then we
Yeah.
just meet her friends real quick.
Yeah, we meet her new job at I forget what it's called. I was gonna say something.
Uncle Meets Java Hole or something like that. It's like a record store and a coffee shop.
Yeah, I wasn't even 100% sure what it was. It's just like it's like a hipster hangout.
I think I only remember that because I liked both of her friends in the movie.
Maya and Harley.
Yeah.
So we meet their friends. We cut to Dr. Loomis's press conference, and I don't mean to keep comparing the two versions of the movie, like the director's cut and the theatrical, because I'm mainly sticking to the director's cut because I think that's the better version of the movie. But in the theatrical version, Dr. Loomis talks for like 30 seconds, and then someone's like, "Do you think Michael's alive or dead?" And then Dr. Loomis just flips out.
Yeah.
And it's like you're 30 seconds into the press conference,
He
and
flipped
people
out right away.
He didn't even say anything. Like he didn't have much to say beforehand. He was just like, "Does anybody have any questions?"
Yeah.
And the first question, well, I don't know if it's the first question, but they're just like, "Do you feel responsible for the deaths?" But yeah, someone asks if he thinks Michael's alive or dead, and obviously he thinks Michael's dead. And this is where it's different from the original Dr. Loomis. If you remember, like Halloween 4 and I think 5 as well. He's Dr. Loomis running around town yelling that Michael Myers is still alive.
Yeah.
And it's like in this one he's
convinced that he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, he says Michael's dead. This scene like gets me amped every time I see it, because as he's saying Michael's dead, they show Michael with his hood up walking through the fields.
Mm-hmm.
And like that the name of the score is called "I Won't Let You Down," and that song kicks on. It's pretty cool. So then Michael's walking through the fields. He goes into the barn and talks to his mother. This is what we were talking about earlier, where it's like you get to see how messed up in the head he actually is, because he sees himself as this little boy talking to his dead mother.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is like him. Like it's not his mother giving him instructions. It's just what he thinks his mother wants it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Anything you'd like to add, Steve?
I think I like just about all the scenes where his mom's in.
Yeah, same.
Even like the dreams and everything, it's just shot cool.
So you like the cinematography?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like the whole mood of it too. I think because the music and everything that they add to it.
It's a very like dark and.
It's dark. It's sad too.
Yeah. I'm reading a
What
plot.
happens after that? Didn't they have a dinner scene, and that's when Lori, Annie, and Sheriff Brackett are eating dinner together. And that's when Michael finds the 3 people in the field.
Yeah.
And
And
they attacked him.
they suggested he's been there before.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically they just attacked him. And he killed all three of them. Oh yeah, and he killed their dog.
Mm-hmm.
And he started to eat the dog.
Yeah, and that's where you kind of get the psychological connection between him and Lori, because Lori's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And as he's eating the dog, Lori gets sick.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think much happens for a little while.
Yeah, just kind of random death scenes here and there, and then Lori goes further downhill.
Yeah, we were just talking about the part where she splits Annie's neck in the dream, or Annie's throat in the dream.
Lori looks like she's almost having a seizure in real life because she was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's shot like a music video,
Yeah,
like a Rob Zombie music video.
and she's in the glass coffin in the dream too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, did she fall asleep while she was taking a bath, or did she just have like an episode and she started spazzing out?
She was sitting on the toilet. And then the next thing you know, she was like against the wall having a seizure.
Yeah, because in the theatrical, she was just sleeping.
But she says in the, what's it called? In the therapy session that she had the attack when she was awake.
Yeah.
So I don't think she fell asleep on the toilet or anything.
Oh,
I think she
yeah.
started having an attack.
And she basically gives up on the therapist after that part. Because she took all her medicine, so she didn't have any medicine.
So we'll skip ahead a little bit. The what's it called? The Rabbit and Red Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I think Michael went there, obviously his mom used to work at the Rabbit and Red. But
yeah, they were like promoting her.
Yeah, because that shot of his mother, and it's like the mother of Michael Myers used to work here or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when they show that, I take that as his, like he's looking at it.
Because he was bullied for that when he was a kid too, remember?
Mm-hmm. So he goes in, kills them, and that's when he gets half of his mask ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn, are you okay?
Yeah, I was walking down the steps.
No, I'm sat here rummaging.
Sorry.
Should probably say before that he kills the like the bouncer or whatever in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first time he killed somebody without a mask in Rob Zombie's movies. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
want to say.
That's a pretty cool one when he thumps the guy's head in.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing, like, the kills in this movie are, like, they're not cheesy or anything. Like, when he's stomping his head in, you hear, like, the crunching and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The stripper rips Michael's mask, and that's how he gets half of his... He gets, like, half of his face showing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the next morning or the next day or something. He's walking down the street and he sees this big billboard of Dr. Loomis's book. And I think that's his revelation that Dr. Loomis is still alive. I don't think he knows prior to that.
Yeah.
Because he did try to kill him at the end of the first movie. So he might know at this point. Like, his reality could have been that Dr. Loomis was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And his mother tells him, like, he's still out there. He's making money off of us. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing, but you know.
Basically, you
So-
just see him signing his book.
Mhm.
And when his dad was there, and he pulled out a gun, but the gun wasn't loaded.
And that's when I think Lori walks by the same bookstore later in the day. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
later in the day or whenever, but that's when she sees the book and she buys it, and then she's sitting in the car, and that's when she finds out she's Michael's sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I like about this movie better than anything they did in the original franchise, because we never actually get to see Laurie find out that she's related to Michael.
Yeah.
Like in the original Halloween 2, we get to see the nurse tell Dr. Loomis that they're related. And when Laurie comes back in H2O, she already knows. So we never get like an on-screen reveal that, hey, your whole life's been a lie and you're Michael Myers' sister.
Yeah, I think they revealed it better.
So yeah, Laurie runs in the house. She cusses out Annie again. We did skip over one scene where Annie and Laurie get into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
This is the third time they fight in this movie, and the second time it's like you can almost tell that Annie was waiting for a reason to flip out on Laurie.
Yeah.
Because Laurie does tell the therapist that Annie is a constant reminder. So yeah, just some more sad stuff.
Yeah, so their friendship basically deteriorates.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to the Halloween party with her new friends.
Yeah, so it's like the damage that Michael did in the first movie is like crazy. Like
Yeah,
Laurie
Annie never leaves the house.
Yeah, Annie doesn't leave the house. Like they even live together and they don't even like each other.
Yeah.
So Laurie goes to the Phantom Jam with her. Is that what it's called? The Phantom Jam?
Yeah, yeah.
With her two friends. This is the only part of the movie that I consider to be like filler. It's like the part of the movie where I kind of check out for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just a reason to give Harley a place to die, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
because she didn't really...
Like Harley and what's his name, Wolfie?
Yeah.
Yeah, she meets this guy dressed as a werewolf, and they're not even like their deaths are so minor and off screen, not off screen, but like they're minor compared to what Michael's done previously.
Yeah. It just kind of happens real quick, and then they just flash forward to Laurie and Maya for the rest of the...
So back at Annie's house, since she has PTSD in this weird way where she just doesn't leave the house, while Laurie's out with her friends. So Michael does this thing where he like teleports in this movie. So he was at the Phantom Jam, and now he's at the Brackett house.
Yeah, and it kind of... The Phantom Jam was almost like in the city.
Yeah.
And then they live far away in the country. I don't know how far it is in the movie.
Yeah, and he doesn't know how to drive, so.
I'm assuming the party was early in the night, because he got there
Mm-hmm.
pretty fast.
Well, So yeah, she closes the mirror, and you were talking about this part earlier where she closes the mirror, and you see Michael's face, or
Yeah.
not his face, but you see him standing in the mirror. That's another cool shot in this movie.
Yeah, I like how that whole scene was shot, and then how they
Mhm.
flipped it into slow motion.
Yeah, because you just hear the aftermath, and it's like, or you hear it, and then you see the aftermath. So
Yeah.
it's like, what the heck happened to get to this point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that aftermath was crazy.
Like the whole top floor was like destroyed, and we
Yeah,
see like little snippets of what he did.
Yeah, you see the little snippets, but I would have even been better without seeing that because it's like,
Yeah.
like what happened here that, like the upstairs is flooded and
Yeah, because she was running the bathtub.
yeah, but it's like, I don't know. There's just like a lot of damage that happened, and
Yeah.
so Lori and Maya come back to the house, and is it Lori or Maya, or they both find Annie upstairs?
Yeah, they both find her,
Um,
and then they split up.
so when a classic horror movie mistake.
Yeah.
Maya runs outside to get the address, and then Michael grabs her, pulls her in the house, and stabs her. So he's breaking down the door to get to Lori, and Lori escapes out because it's like a bathroom that has these two entrances.
Yeah.
Like, how inconvenient is that? You have to lock two
Yes,
bathroom doors.
two doors. Yeah.
So Michael breaks in and then sees she's gone and immediately books it back out of the bathroom. Annie's death is probably one of the saddest horror movie deaths I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then when you see Sheriff Brackett's reaction when he gets back to the house, some people think he's like overacting.
I thought he did an excellent job.
Yeah. The only thing I don't understand is that he put these, like Rob Zombie put these scenes, like these little clips of Danielle Harris as a little girl,
Yeah.
knowing that she played Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
So like people that don't know that it's the same girl, they just see that they see Jamie in this movie and it's like, what the heck is this? So Michael catches up to Lori. Lori, he catches up to Lori. He flips the car because she runs into this guy that is going to take her to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He flips the car. He kidnaps her. So I want to go back a little bit. The lady at the sheriff station, at the police station, when tells Sheriff Brackett that the call came from your house, I just don't understand why you would say it like that.
The way she did it was so suspenseful.
Because she's like, I just got a 911 call. He's like, yeah. He's like, did you dispatch it? And she's like,
yes.
Yes. It's like, why are you telling me? Because the call came from your house.
Like, you probably should just say, we got a 911 call from your house.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
every second counts.
Yeah, like every second counts, and you just wasted 30 seconds building the suspense. So the police get a call that somebody saw Michael walking Lori down the street, and they got into the shack.
I kind of don't understand how somebody saw them, only because they were in the middle of nowhere at night. But it could have just been a passing car or something.
And no one questioned it? Well, I mean, they questioned it, obviously, because they called the cops, but, like, I don't know. I'd be like, "Hey, you guys okay?"
They just kind of drove off. They're like, that didn't look right.
Yeah. So, while they're in the shack, Lori or Michael's mom is trying to get Lori to say "I love you, mommy." She
Yeah.
won't do it first. Is this the first time that she actually? No, because she's seen Deborah before.
Yeah, she saw her at the party. At
Yeah,
the Phantom Jam.
I was gonna say I think this is the first time, but it's not.
And she dreamed about her when she was standing over her tombstone when she was in the glass coffin too.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of looks like there's like these visions happening again, but it's actually the cops showing up. So they show Dr. Loomis in a hospital room, not a hospital room, a hotel room, and that's where he finds out that that Michael's still alive, because this whole time he's saying that Michael's dead.
And it's like the first time you see the Dr. Loomis that you would be used to.
Yeah. It's like a small redemption arc, because he spends the whole movie being this money hungry guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, I screwed up. So, speaking of teleporting, he teleports to the shack, because I don't even know where. I didn't even know he was staying in Haddonfield, and then he just teleports to the shack.
I felt like the hotel room, because it's like a really big hotel. I felt like it was in a big city somewhere, because he was on a talk show.
He was on TV earlier, so I don't think that's Haddonfield.
Unless it's right outside. Maybe Haddonfield isn't in Illinois, and maybe it's by Chicago.
Well, he was doing a meet and greet in Haddonfield the same day. So
yeah.
In Haddonfield. No. Movie magic. So he teleports there, and it's like a small redemption arc, because he's like, uh-oh. So he tries to walk up to Sheriff Brackett, and the sheriff punches him in the face.
As he should.
Yeah, I would too. So Dr. Loomis runs into the shack, somehow sneaks by all those police officers and runs into the shack.
And he just kind of ran in.
Yeah, he's pretty much sacrificing himself. So this is the first time that Michael and Loomis are face to face since the end of it.
Reminds me of Fortnite.
What the heck, guys? Couldn't hold that anymore.
That's staying in.
Well, since it's staying in, just everybody remember to wash your hands. We're in the middle of a pandemic.
That's right. That's not even the second worst. That's not even the worst thing that's happened in this podcast so far. The technical difficulties are the worst.
It's very mild.
I know.
I can't believe.
So, all right, we'll wrap this up real quick. Michael slams Dr. Loomis through the shack door. He rips his mask off, and he talks for the first time since he was a kid. A lot of people don't like him talking in this movie.
I don't mind
Halloween movie. I don't mind it because I think it works. Because he's so angry. Because earlier in the movie, he saw that he was exploiting his family, and in the first movie, Dr. Loomis gave up on him. So it's like this is the guy that you have the most anger toward, I think, because he's hunting Lori, but he loves Lori and wants to be with her, not in a he wants to be a family with her.
Because the tagline is "Family is forever."
Sure is. So, Michael gets gunned down by the police officers. Lori comes out and she walks up to Dr. Loomis as if she's going to stab him, and the cop shoots her as well.
And I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either, actually.
Because he was already dead.
The way Rob Zombie described it in the commentary was that it was just a trigger-happy cop.
And then all the other cops followed in Sue.
Well, no, because she was only shot once.
I thought she got shot a couple times.
No, she got shot once.
Oh, yeah, and then everyone yelled no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Sheriff Brackett said, "Hold your fire." So it was just one shot. So then we get that slow version of Love Hurts plays. We see, like, Rob Zombie said it was like a triangle of death because it's like Loomis, Michael, and Laurie playing together.
Mm-hmm.
And in this version of the movie, the scene of Laurie sitting in that hospital bed and seeing her mother walk down the hallway with the white horse, it's like her final visions before she dies, as opposed to the theatrical version where she's actually in Smith's Grove. It's not Smith's Grove, I don't know where it is, but she's in a mental hospital and she sees her mother walking down the hallway. So in this version, all three of them die.
And in the other version, just two Michael and Loomis die.
Yeah.
Didn't he say the directors didn't like they didn't like the original ending he had, so they had to reshoot
Yeah.
that new ending that they put in the theatrical version?
Yeah, the one where Michael gets shot, he falls on like farmer's equipment,
Yeah.
and then Laurie stabs him.
I like the director's cut ending better,
Same.
even though it's sad.
Yeah, I do think Loomis got what was coming to him in the theatrical version. Because
Yeah.
he gets like his head's ripped open, his brain's exposed. But yeah, I do like the director's cut version. I like almost everything about the director's cut more than the theatrical.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, that is Halloween 2 from 2009. Probably, well, it is my second favorite Halloween movie.
I'm gonna give it the 4 out of 5. The 4, or like, not 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4.5 out of 5.
I agree. Would it be like 8 out of 10
Yeah.
I would do 9 out of 10.
or 8.5?
Just like some of the, like I said earlier, I don't need like the coroner drivers to be trash.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're all in agreement that we love Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Yep.
Everybody needs to watch it. Especially
Yeah.
watch it during October.
And give it another chance for
Enjoy
people, the
Enjoy
haters.
it with a loved one.
And I feel like we did an excellent job at explaining the movie and making it sound even better. If
Maybe.
possible.
If possible. All right.
Well, yeah.
That's about it. Oh yeah, do you have any other books, movies, music
Ooh, we're
to
going
recommend?
our recommendation.
The Last of Us 2.
Shawn? last time you said Uncharted 4. And now you're saying The Last of Us 2.
You just picked the most mainstream game.
Now's the
play it.
time to plug your new music video.
Oh yeah, everyone go check it out. It's called Drama by President Dirk.
Oh.
DURK.
Yeah, yes sir. Thank you, Spades. It's on the YouTube. I'll probably put it on Apple Music in the next couple days, and all that jazz.
I recommend. I'm gonna go with an album this week.
Okay.
Up a little bit. Mac Miller's album Swimming.
Ooh.
I feel like it didn't get the proper praise it should have gotten when he was alive. And it's probably, well, it is in like my top 3 albums of the last decade, of the 2010s.
And since we were talking about Halloween, I guess I'll recommend an album too.
Oh.
It's Turn Off the Lights by Kim Petras. It's just her Halloween album. So all the songs like Halloween theme, and the whole album kind of runs as one long song.
Interesting.
So each song like transitions, like every other song is just like an instrumental that's real short.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just the Halloween theme song, a bunch of Halloween themed stuff.
All right. Well, yeah. Check out The Last of Us 2.
Drama.
I don't know if Steven and Meatball are going to play it, but me and Shawn are definitely going to
Yeah, I'm going to.
have to cover that in future episodes. Or
Yeah.
a future episode.
I still have to play the first one.
I will say I'm only 3 hours in and I'm heartbroken.
I'm about 7 hours in. I'm heartbroken. I'm scared. I'm lonely.
Oh goodness.
Lonely.
Lonely doesn't sound good.
No. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but
Yeah.
I'm heartbroken. I'm sad. I'm lonely, hungry, tired,
Stressed.
depressed, anxious.
Stressed.
Yeah.
It's about every emotion.
That's just me. I don't know about Elliot.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Alright, so that's about all we have. Shawn.
So long. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
It just ends so suddenly.
I ran out of lyrics for that one.
We'll have to write a song.
I'll write it. I'll finish writing it.
Even though we stole what is it, Bear in the Big Blue House?
I think so. I'll change it up though.
Well, we just sampled, that's it.
Yeah.
Very soon I know. Whoa, whoa. Gibbity beep bop boo. So long, farewell. Goodbye, my friend.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
The moon, the bear, and the big blue house.
Oh, it is. I did steal it. Whoops. Whoops.
It's okay.
It
was just a small sample.
It's John. It's Jeremy. We'll be waiting for you. Okay.
You forgot Meatball, but she's not here due to
technical difficulties.
Times got hard.
We'll have to check in later.
Yeah, she needs to not do that again.
Yeah. We'll have to have a stern talking to.
Yeah.
How about this is the second time we recorded and there's a tornado warning both times?
Yeah.
Oh. I was out and about during the tornado.
It's a reoccurring theme.
It was scary.
Well, we'll record the next podcast during a tornado warning too.
Hope so.
I would also like to note that it is 11:18 at night during the time of recording, and I have court at 9 a.m.
Oh, geez.
Well, we're wrapping up, so I'm actually here for the goodbyes this time, so
good.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening.
Stay safe.
Social distance.
And don't let the door hit you on the way out.
And stay tuned for next time where we attempt those topics.
I'm gonna get that made.
Okay.
We'll record it and then press a button.
Before we
Yeah,
go,
actually,
before
just
we go,
record
I
it
would
and
like
send
to
it to
say
me.
that we are on Instagram. You can follow us there. We are at Attempted Topics.
Ooh.
We're not there yet, but by the time this is up, Steven
Oh.
will have,
It'll be
Steven will have the
created.
account made.
All right.
I'm on that right now.
All right, I'm on Twitter at Jeremy Elliott _. I'm on Instagram at Jer_Elliott.
I'm on Instagram at President Dirk.
I'm Instagram, Twitter, _ meet me in space.
And we just attempted those topics.
It just gets quiet.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.